All right, now time for the championship post-game press conferences. We'll start with the Trinity Bantams, who finished the season 21-1 overall. We're joined by Coach Kate Livesay and, of course, Mallory Heineman as well. And, Coach, we'll give you the chance to have an opening statement.
Yeah, I thought today's game was one that sort of never went our way. Salisbury played a great game, and I would just first take time to credit their performance. They made the most out of every opportunity they had and just closed the door on any opportunity that we tried to build momentum. So I just thought they were really outstanding on the offense and on their defensive end. So, the best team today won, and they absolutely deserved that. So I thought for us, we just struggled to get momentum going, and just a couple, slips on the turf, and, there were just things that sort of compounded the issue for us today, and we just had trouble working through that. And there were a lot of assisted goals, which are hard for goalies to make saves on, so we just, didn't do a great job really denying the looks inside. I thought they did a great job of taking advantage of that.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open it up to the floor for questions. We have a microphone we'll pass along. Raise your hand if you have a question.
Can you hear me? There we
Yeah.
go. Trinity has international acclaim as a phenomenal academic institution, and in your career, you helped Trinity rise to the top of the athletic world as well. Can you talk about your journey as a student athlete at one of the really acclaimed institutions in the nation?
Yeah, well, coming in as a freshman, I never dreamed that even being here would be a possibility. Like, I always knew KP was a great coach, and Trinity always had good teams, but it was never to the level, like, where I thought we could be. We were always, like, finishing high in the NESCAC, but never really taking that next step far into NCAAs. So as my career has progressed, like, we've just gotten better and better over the 4 years. So being able to combine academics and excellence with academics and athletics is just stellar. Last year we won the national championship. This year we got back and didn't get the same result or the result we would like, but just being here, I think, says a lot about the rise of the program, and being able to do it with our tough academics, I think, says a lot about the girls on the team and our coach.
KP, talk about your ability to develop student athletes at the highest level.
Well, I think, when we look at our team and look at our athletes, we're really just, from day one talking about hard work. And we never overlook teams. And we just talk about the little things. And so I think, what I'm really proud of and players like Mal and our senior class is that they're just great lacrosse minds. And I just think they know the game really well. They see the game really well. And they play the game really well. So it's a nice combination. And I think that's the thing that I try to do more than anything with our athletes is teach decision making and teach how to understand the game so that they can think on their own on the field. And I think we have a lot of really smart players. And some of the execution wasn't there today, but they're just incredibly good and solid in the mental portion of the game. And we just lacked a little bit of that execution in the details today.
Coach Livesay, you got down 4-0 early, and then you came back and scored a couple of goals. How hard is it to keep your girls pumped and say, we can still do this? What do you say to them on the sideline to keep them in the game?
Well, we've had some games where we have been down and had to come back. I think we all reference one of our games last year where we were down 5 goals with 5 minutes to go and won the game. So we know that we can score in short spurts. And, when we took a timeout with 14:22 to go, we just talked about the fact that that's a lot of time for us. But I did feel like we lacked a little bit of urgency on the attack. We, needed to be patient because we were kind of forcing some mediocre shots, but we also, needed to force the issue at times. So we just couldn't find that right balance today of being urgent, yet, not forcing things.
Coach, you guys were close to 85% on clears through the regular season. You guys were only 2 for 5 in the first half. Can you talk about maybe what you guys didn't do or what Salisbury was doing to make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, that was what was so interesting. I really thought at halftime that would be a big turning point for us because we were playing very uncharacteristically in that way that we were just throwing away some passes that we normally don't do. So I really don't have an answer for why that was happening. But I had hoped that the halftime would be kind of the break to clear their heads and limit those kind of unforced errors. So, I think there are little things that play into that, timing issues. But overall, I just think we were looking to find our comfort zone, and Salisbury didn't let us do that today. So credit to them.
And then, after last year's championship, you guys were 1-2 all year this year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an idea that maybe you guys would meet again this year? And what were your thoughts, going through the season about that possibility?
Well, there's so many good teams that I don't think anyone on our team, at least not myself, ever went ahead to a head-to-head matchup with them. Playing Cortland yesterday, it's tough to look beyond a team like that. So, I really didn't know who the final 2 teams would be. And I felt like we could have matched up better than we did today. I thought it could have been a really good matchup for us. Their defensive style lends itself well to how we play. We just couldn't quite get in a rhythm today.
Coach, I apologize if you've covered this already, but could you talk a little bit about the Salisbury goalie and her play today? Because I thought she had, 9 saves, but some of them were really timely and kept you from getting any momentum.
Yeah, she's a great goalie. I mean, there's no question. She absolutely deserves to be tournament MVP. And I think that was probably one of the biggest issues for our attackers is, it wasn't just that they had to beat their defender. They had to then get the ball past her. And that put a lot of pressure on our shooters. And I think ultimately that was a problem. So she played well. And just, knowing how good she is definitely affects, I think, the mindset of the shooters a little bit.
Kate, could you talk about what it's like to have a Roger Bartlett Award winner sitting next to you and what kind of she does for the community? Yeah,
I mean, Mal was recognized at our school for this community service and high achievement in athletics award. And Mal is sort of the complete package. I mean, she just wants to be involved. And so on campus, she's our SAC rep or was our SAC rep for a year. And she's really led the charge in terms of some community service initiatives we've done. This fall, we did something with our inner city, we called it inner city lacrosse. And every Sunday, which is a lot in the fall, it was 11 Sundays. And Mal was there, pretty much every Sunday teaching middle school girls how to play lacrosse. And some of our athletes went once or twice, and Mal was there really consistently for us. So, things like that, I think Mal just is a really genuine person, just high character, and that is what that award speaks to. And she just, loves to give back. And she does that on the field for us with her leadership, with her play. And Trinity's lucky enough that she's led in that way in our community as well.
Actually, Mallory, can you follow up on that, your reactions?
Yeah, I mean, it was exciting. I've also liked to involve myself with other sports teams on campus. So I worked all the field hockey games as the announcer, and then I would film the football team. It's just nice to, get your face out there, know a different crowd, just not be a part of the lacrosse team, but really, branch out. Felt like a part of the field hockey team, the football team, and really just it feels nice to give to other people. So I really get joy from that, and to be able to be notified for that, noticed for that, recognized was really nice. And
long weekend.
I don't do it for the notification, obviously, the recognition, but it was nice to get that award for sure.
One more question, if there is one. Well, that's easy. Very good. Thank you very much. Congratulations on a terrific season.
Thanks.